The bad news is I've got no slides. And even worse news is I'm going to do a live demo that requires a stable internet connection. What could possibly go wrong today? I'm going to share with you an Ember.js single-page app with the Go backend. In a previous life, I used to work exclusively with Microsoft.NET, aka the dark side, but don't hold that against me. Go is really, really good at building web apps. The code is up here first, in case my screen breaks. You can see where it is. And the thing with single-page apps is typically it's HTML, bit of JavaScript, some CSS, and then we could take all those things and leverage statically compiled binaries and compile the whole thing into a single executable that contains a single web app and the Go backend code. And the way you do that is very, very simple, very straightforward. We use the go generate command using an open source tool called Go bin data asset.fs. That will package up our web assets, HTML, JS, CSS, and put it into our binary. And our build scripts to take our Ember single-page app and put them into our Go binary is pretty straightforward. We would copy our static assets over, as you can see up here, and then we simply run go generate. That'll take all their assets and put them into our single binary. Now, for those of us that deploy to corporate data centers, aka Microsoft data centers, it really helps us having one binary that we can just deploy with zero runtime dependencies and our app is up and running. The code for this app is up on GitHub, and the app I developed because apparently I'm a developer, but before that I was a project manager, shock horror. And the thing with project managers is I'm the guy in the middle between the technical people and the non-technical folk. And the technical folk think documentation, no, we're agile. We don't document. What is this documentation nonsense? And the business folks always say the same thing. Well, requirements, they're obvious. What do you need documentation for? And for me, it didn't work. So I would like to share with you an open source Go web app that can allow you to compose documentation by using the tools that you use today. And this is where it's bound to go wrong, but let's see if the internet connection holds up. Let's see what happens. So here I have a document, and in this document, it'll be really, really nice in this spec if I could just go to GitHub and just bring alongside my documentation, my spec or change request, whatever it may be, all of my commits and attach them to my document. So now I have my notes, I have all of my commits alongside my documentation. And because we're all agile, lo and behold, we'll attach our Trello board into our documentation. So now we'll pick up all of our dev tasks and insert that into our documentation. So now we have the GitHub commits and the Trello board. But devs being devs, things never go straight forward in production. So it'd also be nice if I could bring in my log entries from someplace like Papertrail and insert them into my document. And what we'll do is we'll pick up SSL errors. I'm sure there'll be plenty of those around. And now we have, hopefully, all of our logs, our tasks, and our code commits in our documentation. This is my open source project. Hope you like it. Thank you for listening.